And all these makes me I am possible. Good day everyone. My name is Shabeena and I'm here to share an experience with you. But before going into detail, let me ask you all a question. Have you all heard of the word impossible? Well, my question is, how do you spell this word? What do you mean by this word and how do you perceive this word? Think about this question for a while. I'll get back to you in that. Okay, so now, today I am going to speak to you about this word impossible. How I spell this word and how I perceive this word. Yeah, you're thinking the right thing. I use the same 10 alphabets that you are using. The very same 10 alphabets, but I have given a small 1 degree shift or a 2 millimeter shift in the way I align these 10 alphabets. I use an apostrophe and a small space in between these 10 alphabets. And I spell it I apostrophe M space POSSIBLE. And that makes it I am possible. I live and perceive this word that way. In fact, there are so many people who live an I am possible life. People who have transformed their very impossibilities to be their greatest possibilities. I got inspired from their lives and messages and I decided to apply it to my life. Before going into the details of how this perception changed my life, I request you all to spell this word the way I just did. I want you to all repeat it with me. Come on, please say it aloud. I repeat aloud with me. I apostrophe M space POSSIBLE. I am possible. So now, what shift did this perception bring to me, into my life? To understand that, we need to take a small glance into my life when I spelled and perceived this word as we all normally do. I have a condition called IVDP, intervertebral disc prolapse, and I have 5 of my intervertebral discs in my cervical and lumbar region prolapsed. And this resulted in acute sciatica with unbearable pain and severe weakness and numbness in my legs and hands, and I was confined to bed. Almost 85% of my life and movements were affected. I could not sit, I could not walk, I could not stand. And after treatment, when I managed to walk without the support of a walker or other people, it was only hardly few steps inside my house, that too with unbearable pain. I tried using wheelchair for a while, but this was also difficult because I needed to support myself on my hands in order to sit. So literally speaking, the only thing that I could do was just lie down. Even that was a bit difficult when I had aching pain in my legs. Then I couldn't lie down also. But the psychological impact of this was above all these physical ones. I was depressed and was on antidepressants for a while. I had feelings of dependency and loss of freedom. I felt I was a burden to my family. I felt hopeless, worthless, and absolutely no light in life. In short, life was a big question mark, an impossible life. But there is a saying, every question has an answer. Every problem has a formula that leads to its solution. And our duty is to find the right formula for our life. And I found mine. And that is, I am possible. Now, let me explain how I found this. I had a dream since childhood. I wanted to leave my signature on this planet before I left. And this desire was eating me. I couldn't lie down idle in my bed. It was at this that something inside told me to give life a shift. And I did. I decided to chase my dreams with whatever I had. I decided to shift my focus. And what did I have? Well, I had a lot of things. In fact, all of us do have. But the problem is we have either kept our eyes shut or we have kept them projecting outward. and we do not see the beauty inside. We do not realize our possibilities inside. I had my mind that was not impaired, the unlimited powers of my mind, and so many techniques that I could use to exploit these powers. I had spirituality, positive thought, and techniques like pivoting, affirmation, visualization, reframing, etc., etc., etc. And thereafter, I spelled my life, I am possible. And the result? Well, I had amazing results. Now I have no pain. I move around inside my house. I can sit, I can read, I can learn, I can cook. Now I am possible. And now I am preparing to start my own online academy. I'm learning public speaking. I'm learning new things. I'm learning new skills. I am doing a PG in clinical psychology. Now tell me, isn't that amazing? So now, what did I learn by approaching life from this new perspective? I learned that illness is not the end of life. It is the beginning of a new life, discarding or ending old patterns of life. And in this new pattern, I started to explore the things I could do. I completely shifted my focus to my possibilities, and all my impossibilities and problems turned to be the biggest gifts that I had from God. Now, was this smooth, this journey? Well, it was not. I would say it was hell hard. There were so many people, mostly my loved ones, who discouraged me purely out of love and concern. But I was determined to work hard to chase my dreams. I used my brain almost 18 into 7 a week to work hard to explore my world of possibilities. I had internet, I had smartphone. Well, I had difficulties to hold my phone in my hands because of the pain and weakness. But then my dad made me a small stand to hold the phone in a way I could handle it. So I did not require my hands to hold my phone. So I had this stand. Then I had the coziness of my house, the love and support of my family, endless time being in bed, a strong determination, and a very beautiful dream. My dream since childhood was to reach out to people, to talk to them, to inspire them, motivate them, to help them bring a smile in their faces. But I didn't know the path to this dream. But I saw this dream clearly. I could see me on stage. I could see people around me. I could see smiling faces, people hugging me, and it was a beautiful vision, a wonderful vision. And I felt loved, joyful, fulfilled. I felt connected with my being. I remembered Paulo Coelho's famous quote: when you want something, when you really want something, the entire universe will conspire in helping you achieve it. And when I shifted my perception and decided to stick to my dreams with whatever I had, slowly the path started showing by itself. Now, let me make one thing clear. Earlier, I told about the results. Now, that doesn't mean that I have overcome all my physical difficulties. I have cured my illness. Nothing like that. I'm not telling you fake, I'm not giving you any fake hopes. Yes, the intensity of my pain has reduced. I can sit, I can walk. I couldn't sit at all earlier, but now I can sit for so long. How long I want, I can sit. But then, there are so many limitations that I have physically even now. The difference is I don't have any mental limitations now. And I also found that though there are so many things that I cannot do physically, there are other things which I can do. And I started focusing on these other things. That is how I changed my life. That is how I became that is how I became I am possible. So don't think or don't get discouraged because you have any physical problems or any limitations physically. That is not your limitation. That is your biggest gift. Stick to it. Focus on things that you can do. So now my limitation was I couldn't go out to people. But I came across the idea of an online academy to help people decipher their formula. And I came across an online course that teach me how to start this academy. I came across a person who teach me public speaking. I came across so many profound personalities in books that teach me to explore more and fly high. And all these makes me I am possible. Now my question to you is, if I am possible, why can you not be possible? I made it possible because I had a dream. I decided to chase my dream with all the powers I had inside. I had my mind to dream. My mind was not weak or confined. It was weak and confined because I perceived impossible in the normal terms. But when I shifted my perception, there was a flow of possibilities into my life, and I decided to make use of all those possibilities. And I am what I am now. And soon I will be what I want to be, what I really am. So, my dear friends, I conclude by asking all of you to dream, to chase your dream with a shift in your perception. A shift from impossible to I am possible. Decide this. Always remember, it is a decision that we make that change our life and destiny, not our conditions. So decide this now. Take this decision. Take the decision to shift your perception. Okay, so now since we have decided to take this decision, let us affirm it by saying it aloud. I want all of you, as we did earlier, to repeat with me. Say this aloud. Say this aloud. I repeat, say this aloud with me. A shift from impossible to I am possible. Repeat it once again. A shift from impossible to I am possible. Let it get inside of you. Let it get inside here. A shift from impossible to I am possible. Very good. You have done a great job. You have taken the greatest decision of your life. Good job. So now I sign off with these parting words. Life is beautiful and we only have one life. Do not spoil it being impossible. Explore and enjoy it to the maximum, being I am possible. Be a phoenix and rise from your ashes. Thank you. Have a nice day. If you liked the concept that I have shared in this video, please like and share this video. And if you have decided to take that 1 degree shift in your perception, type in the comments, I am possible. Let me see the comments. Type, I am possible. I apostrophe M space POSSIBLE. Type this in the comment if you have decided to change your perception and your life.